A big welcome to the football news top 10s and lifestyle zone. Arsenal is talking in a side which goes by names of Leicester. They're not playing at Emirates this time around. Remember, 2 games consecutively they've been playing at the Emirates in there, and now they are really going away to play against a team which goes by names of Leicester in there. The game is happening tomorrow. Early kickoff in there. It's the first kickoff at 14:30 hours. You can convert it in any time according to the time, according to where you are in the world in there. But all in all, you should know the game is happening at King Power Stadium. Arsenal is taking on Leicester City, and we are here to bring you the predicted Arsenal lineup first side, which goes by names of Leicester City. Remember, the last meeting of Arsenal and Leicester at King Power Stadium, that was on the February 28th, 2021. Arsenal won that game by 3-1. David Luiz equalizing because Yuri Tillemans was the first to score. David Luiz came in and scored. Lacazette took a penalty, and a man who goes by the names of Nicola Pepe sealed the win by netting the 3rd goal for Arsenal in there. So Mikel Arteta was the manager in there until Brandon Rodgers was the manager of a team which goes by names of Leicester City, and now we wait and see what is really going to happen at this side of Arsenal in there. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Remember, I go by the names of RD or Rokan David onto this channel, and we are into the African Cover Studios. That's where we are. Remember, we are down in Africa, and I really tell you that Africa is a real home in there. So we start off with the goalkeeper. Without further ado, because I know most people want us to go direct to the gist of the matter. The goalkeeper goes by the names of RAMSDALE, puts on shirt number 32 at Arsenal, and ever since he came in for Arsenal, I think it was the game against Norwich in there, he has not yet missed out on any Premier League game. He was in goal against Norwich, against Burnley, against Tottenham Hotspur, against Brighton, against which other team in there that Arsenal drew with? Crystal Palace, that when they drew 2-2, and the recent one they've played against the side which goes by the names of Aston Villa, that saw Arsenal trounce Aston Villa by 3-1 in there, to an extent that Arsenal have now moved to the first half of the table, because they're in the bottom of the table in the 11th position. Now they're into the top 10 positions of the Premier League, courtesy of the good saves of Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale is such a good goalkeeper. He has displaced Bernard Leno, and in the game that Arsenal played in the midweek against the side which goes by the names of Arsenal played which side where Edin Ketia scored, and Arsenal playing Leeds in the Edin Ketia with the score sheet plus Calum Chambers in there. So Bernard Leno was in goal, but he did quite a number of saves, and he really was sending a message to Arteta that, please, I have to get back to my number 1 position into the Arsenal goalkeeper, in the Arsenal goalkeeping department. But I doubt whether that will happen, because Arteta brought in a man who goes by names of Aaron Ramsdale when he knew he was really ready to go on and take on a side which goes by names of Arsenal, especially when it comes to the goalkeeping department. That means he was not okay with the performances of Bernard Leno last season and Martinez. Remember, the other season Bernard Leno really collided and he really was taken off the pitch, and Martinez came in and he really did very well. Martinez proved to Mikel Arteta that you don't have a goalkeeper. I think according to his performances, Mikel Arteta changed his thought, and Bernard Leno was given another season to prove himself. That was last season, and he did. So Mikel Arteta got to know that he really needs to get another goalkeeper in the names of Aaron Ramsdale. And ever since Aaron Ramsdale came in at Arsenal, the rest has been history. Bernard Leno back to the bench, Aaron Ramsdale comes onto the starting position of Arsenal. And here I really feel like it's going to be like that. Aaron Ramsdale is starting in goal. Bernard Leno is really going to go onto the bench again. We go to the right back of a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. I like him. He's a Japanese who was signed in at the deadline day of the summer. He goes by names of Takahiro Tomiyasu, who came in from Bologna to a team which goes by the names of Arsenal, close to £18 million. I like him, and there is no doubt. However, Manchester Suarez came out and really put up a very brilliant display in the game of Leeds, where they're playing into the Carabao Cup. That was the 4th round that led Arsenal to the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. He played it very well. By the way, going forward, Cedric Soares is better than Takehiro Tomiyasu, but when you look at what Arsenal is going through in there, they play safety first in there. That's why you see Arsenal in the game of Leeds, they never concede very many goals right now, because you look at safety is being put as a priority at Arsenal right about now. That is Takehiro Tomiyasu, no question about him. And the other player that we are really going to be surprised about is the central back pairing in there. Remember, he was talked that he is really injured in there, but I think he is recovered in there. He walked off the pitch in the game against Leeds. Remember, he started into that centre back pairing in there with Rob Holding, I think, and the manager Mikel Arteta around the 55th minute, Ben White was taken off the pitch because the manager came out in the after-match press conference and said Ben White had a bag in there and that bag might have healed in there. And the manager feels like there is no way, while playing Leicester City, one of the sides that has really picked up form, because in the previous 2 games they are unbeaten. They beat Manchester United 4-2 and they beat a side which goes by names of, was it Brighton, by 2-1. It was Brentford here, 2-1 in there. So that shows you that the manager really has a lot of confidence into Ben White, because ever since he returned, because he had a very bad Premier League day before Arsenal, where Arsenal lost 2-0 to a side which goes by names of Brentford in there at the Community Stadium in there. But he really had a very worst start of the season. But when we returned, because he had COVID-19 and joined Gabriel Magalhaes, they are really having one of the best centre-back pairings in the Premier League in there as we speak right about now. So after talking about Ben White, because the centre-backs are always 2, the other one is Gabriel Magalhaes. I've talked about him, and there is a statistic that I've really liked about him, that in the last 13 appearances of Arsenal where Gabriel Magalhaes has been involved, Arsenal has not lost any of those 13 appearances in there. So ever since that shows you that ever since Gabriel Magalhaes came back into the Arsenal central defense and partnered with the new signing who goes by names of Benjamin White, Arsenal has not lost a game. And in the game of Norwich, they kept a clean sheet. In the game of Burnley, they kept a clean sheet. Game of Tottenham Hotspur, they conceded 1 goal. In the game of Brighton, they kept a clean sheet because it ended 0-0. 2-2 against Crystal Palace, and Aston Villa, they conceded just 1 goal. So it shows you that they are really doing great in there. So Gabriel Magalhaes has a really very good record. 13 the previous 13 appearances for Arsenal, he has not yet conceded any goal in there. So that shows you how much Gabriel Magalhaes and Ben White are an ideal pairing that Mikel Arteta can't leave or stay without in there. We go to the left back. This one is really going to be surprising in there. He came in and played very well in the game of a team which goes by the names of when Arsenal was playing which team? Aston Villa. Yeah, when Arsenal was playing Aston Villa in the Premier League, that game ended 3-1. Nuno Tavares came in because Kian is the #1 first choice centre back, left back for Arsenal, because he's really doubtful and had an injury. The manager, who goes by names of Mikel Arteta, went for Nuno Tavares, the new signee from Benfica, and he's playing for the under-21s at a team which goes by names of Portugal. Under-23 is in there. So it shows you that Nuno Tavares came in and played very well into that game, and he really showed us that however much Kian Tierney is good going forward, but for him he's better because he has the energy, and the crossing of Kian Tierney does not benefit Arsenal, because Kian Tierney is good at floating or crossing in those aerial balls in there, yet Arsenal doesn't have aerial presence in there. People that are really good at meeting that ball and heading it at the back of the net in there. But Nuno Tavares showed us that he has really a very big difference from Kian Tierney, because he flows, he flies off that line very well, and when it reaches bringing that ball, he more brings in low passes, crosses, yes, minuses into the 18-yard box area of the opponent. So I think he is a better option for Arsenal, especially going forward, because if at all Arsenal had people like Dominic Calvert-Lewin who are really good in the air, then Kian Tierney's crosses would have been really good. That's why I came out when I told you that if at all Arsenal are really bringing in a centre forward, they need to get in a man who goes by names of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, because they are missing out services of a man who goes by names of Kian Tierney. Because Kian Tierney on the pitch, he brings a minimum of 7 crosses in the 18 yards box area of the opponent. That means Calvert-Lewin can meet just 2 or 3, you get, and you know how he is good in the air. So I think Arsenal should go in for that. But bringing in a man who goes by Nuno Tavares gives Arsenal a very, very good option in there, because when he reaches that side, when he is really going to cross that ball, he brings in a cross that is 50-50, not all that high and not all that low. And sometimes he brings in minuses that are really on point in there. And I think Aubameyang is enjoying that. Now we go to the midfielders in there. Remember, Arsenal plays with a system of 4-2-3-1, and it's going to be a down midfield pivot of a man who goes by names of Thomas Partey, who is known as the Octopus in there, having gotten a rest because he never featured into the game that Arsenal played in the midweek that saw themselves go into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup in there. He's going to partner a man who goes by names of Albert Sambi Lokonga in there, a new signee at Arsenal in there. But all I can tell you is that that down midfield pivot, it looks really great for Arsenal in there. Now we go to this man who is really going to surprise you. He came in at a game of Crystal Palace. He scored the equalizer that earned Arsenal a point because they were really lagging behind by 1-0, and he has gotten himself a new position at Arsenal because there is no way he cannot miss out. He can miss out in the game of Arsenal right now. That is, Lacazette is being played by Mikel Arteta as a central attacking midfielder in there, number 10, kicking out Odegaard and Emily Smith-Rowe into that position. And with the experience that he's having, I think he can play in very, very well with the press that he has. I think he has really gotten himself a position and a start into there. Martin Odegaard is really struggling to get into the Arsenal team, but each and every time he's given a chance, he does not really come out and really show his potentials in there. People are complaining that the manager, Mikel Arteta, is not playing him at a side we're supposed to be playing, but I think in the game of football, if you're a professional player, each and every time you get a chance, you have to utilize it. Now Lacazette is going to be used as a central attacking midfielder. Maybe otherwise, when Mikel Arteta thinks that if at all he's playing a team like Leicester, he needs some big gun on his bench. But I think it's better to start off with Alexandre Lacazette in there because he gives you a lot. That pace that he really puts up and the press he puts up on the opponents in there, I think he can really cause havoc into the midfield of Leicester City that has Ndidi, Soumare, Tielemans, and a man who goes by the names of James Maddison in there that Arsenal was interested in the summer, and then they failed and brought in a man who goes by the names of from Real Madrid, the man I've been talking about, that is Martin Odegaard. We go to the right attacking midfielder. Remember, right attacking midfielder, he goes by the names of, it's not Emily Smith-Rowe. No, a mistake was made in there, but I think the right attacking midfielder goes by the names of Bukayo Saka in there from Arsenal in there. So Bukayo Saka, he is really one of the best players at Arsenal. He really gives out his whole, and you see him playing in there, and that's why when you see sometimes he really comes up and he does the needful in there, because he's the reason as to why all things are happening at Arsenal in there. So, and finally we sum up with a centre forward who goes by the names of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in there. So we really feel like that's going to be the starting lineup of Arsenal as they play a side which goes by the names of Leicester City. RAMSDALE in goal, TOMIYASU right back, centre back pairing, Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes, left back Nuno Tavares, Albert Sambi Lokonga and Thomas Partey are playing the down midfield pivot. They're really going to protect the back four of Arsenal. Emily Smith-Rowe playing the left attacking midfield, and the surprising is Alexander Lacazette playing as the central attacking midfielder, taking over the number 10 role, with Bukayo Saka playing off the right attacking midfield in there, with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in there, man who's scoring goals for fun, leading the line for a side which goes by names of Arsenal. So guys, my prediction, I think this game is going to go into a draw of like 2-2 in there. That's what I think it's going to end. So guys, feel free to go in the comment section and tell me, who do you think should start? Who do you think I've included, I already have included into your team? And your prediction will be welcome in the comment section below here at the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle as well. I go by the names of Rokan David, aka Ara. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, please go in and give us the best that we deserve, and subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do apply in here on a daily. I'm out for now. Let's wait for this game on Sunday. Sorry, tomorrow 14:30 hours. It's an early kickoff for a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. Who is winning it? Leicester or Arsenal? All in your hands. For me, I'm going for a draw, but I don't know what you are really going for. I'm out for now. See you later. May the Almighty God bless you and keep you blessed and protected. This is the African Cover Studios. This is Rokan David in there, reporting in there. African Cover Studios is the place we work our stuff from.